One local boy.
He needs some milk.
Mean
And she was in my face.
people.
And so she's driving to fire.
Welcome to the Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls.
Okay. Today we're gonna do a little story time. We're gonna do a story time about Walmart.
I change the phones 2 times a day.
I put on my story and I asked a lot of you guys if you guys wanted a story time, and a lot of you guys said yeah. This is by far the messiest job I've ever had. Like, so unprofessional. Oh my god, I don't even want to get into it, but let's just get it done. Started working at Walmart, I want to say when I was... Actually, I'm gonna turn my mic on for this because y'all are gonna want to hear this in good quality. Ooh, my phone is gonna die. Okay, we'll have good quality for a good little moment. When I was working there, it was just really messy. Like, everybody there was so unprofessional. It was like bad. Well, I had this one day. I don't even know if I want to start from that day. There's so many things. I feel like I should do like a list. We're gonna go in like three of my worst experiences. My first one was with this. We'll call her Soap and Pan. We'll call her Soap and Pan. I was working in Walmart's online grocery department, and when I was working there, everybody there was just the older people there, the ones, you know, who have a job, pay mortgage, and have kids, had all this mouth. Like, it made no sense to me. I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna get down like that. I ended up working there for a good amount of time. I worked there from, I think it was sometime in March to, no, it was May. It's the 4th of May, which really worked well for me to remember because Star Wars Day. So, yeah. But it was May 4th, and I worked there from May 4th through a certain time. I can't even remember when they fired me, bitch. I can't even remember. That's crazy. When I was working there, I was working for these people, and we would take out these online groceries to these they're like, I'm not gonna say the names of all the companies. I probably shouldn't even be saying Walmart, but I'm gonna say Walmart because fuck y'all. And that's how I feel about y'all. But when I was working there was this lady, and she was the head of security, and her name was Soap and Pan. And she did not like our department. Like, she would just come in and she'd be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, you stink. Like, you look poor. Like, anything she could do, she would literally do. And you could tell, like, she would do it on purpose. Like, it was almost like she was desperate to do it. Making sure my phone is still on because I really like the audio quality. You could tell she was really desperate to do it, bitch. So one day I'm sitting in there and I'm listening to music, and our store manager, we'll call him Mood Board. Okay, so Mood Board came in and he was like, you guys are not, I'm sorry. He's like, you guys are allowed to play music. You just have to play it at a safe volume, and you can't have it on at a really high volume. I did neither of those things, and he said it has to be like appropriate. I'm in there playing music, minding my business, and we're all like, most of us, the ones that were working there, were all like teenagers. We all got along really well. So, we were all vibing, you know, doing our work. And then Soap and Pan came in. And Soap and Pan is like, oh, girl. And she looks around the room and she locks eyes with who? Guess who? She locks eyes with me. And I'm like, man, I don't like Soap and Pan. Soap and Pan scare me. So Soap and Pan comes up and she's like, why do you think it's okay to play music in here? And I was like, because we don't have music in here and it's dead silent. And she was like, not a good answer. Did your manager give you permission? I was like, yeah. And she's like, no, he didn't. Like, I'm like, okay, girl, okay. And I'm not saying that, but she kept saying my name was Martell. That's a key word in this story. Now, if y'all don't know who my best friend is, one of my, I have two best friends. I have Leo and I came in and he was like, stop right there. And he just like, you know, he was ready to go. He corrected her and he was like, that's not his name, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, blah, blah, blah. I don't have to remember people's names. Ooh. Say what? because you gonna remember my name. But I didn't really say nothing because I didn't want to get in trouble. Because Walmart is very corporate. Like, there's a whole chain of people. You gotta go through a whole chain of people, and they're all very intimidating. Okay, at least they were at the time. I'm not. Ain't shit shakes. Nothing shakes me now. You know, I'm just here, and I have a nice job, and I enjoy it. But she pulled me all the way into the back office because he corrected her, and I guess she felt salty. You know, she came for her. Mama felt pressed like a panini. So she pulled me all the way into the back break room, and she's like, what the fuck? And she's like coming at me, and she's yelling at me, and I did literally nothing. I'm like, Mama, Soap and Pan, you need to calm down, because you getting a little rowdy and disrespectful, and I'm not even really doing nothing to you. Soap and Pan thought she was the shit because Soap and Pan came from New Jersey, like somebody gave a fuck. Don't nobody care. We don't care. We don't care that they hired you out of New Jersey. No one cares. But eventually, Soap and Pan was like, oh, and I don't have to learn your name correctly, and blah, 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 blah. And she was like, she looked at me, she was like, I don't have to remember your name correctly. I'll say your name correctly when you learn how to do your job right. Be so fucking for real. Get the So I was like, no, you're gonna remember my name because that's disrespectful. And like, no one's being disrespectful to you. She's like, you're being disrespectful to me. And she's screaming and yelling at me. And I'm like, no, I'm literally not. Like, I haven't said nothing to you. I haven't done anything to you. You pulled me in the back and now you're yelling for what? You're mad for what? You're pressed for what? And she's like, blah, blah, blah. You in there playing music is disrespectful. No. I was like, not really, because I had permission. So I don't know what you're talking about. And then she's like, well, you know what? She's like, is this your first job? And I was like, because I don't have to answer you. You're not over my department. You're not, just because you're superior to me, that doesn't mean, like, just because my superior's out, I'm not, girl. So I'm like, and she's just staring at me. She's like, you're not going to answer? You're really not going to answer? Oh, wow. You're disrespectful. You know what? I've had enough. And so eventually this lady, so she's like ripping into me at this point, like screaming and yelling. And when I mean screaming and yelling, she really screams and yells. Like,